Okay, guys, I finally did the dishes again, and we got mashed potatoes and pork chops, and a dirty dish, and I cleaned the counter off around it, but still got a slate mess, but not near like it was. So I did the dishes, and I'm spying out my room now. I did the dishes, and I'm awake, and it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's kind of early. But I was up last night because I couldn't sleep, and I had to do the dishes too, and I was behind on dishes because I hadn't done them in a day. I didn't start dishes till 12 o'clock at night, and I didn't do dishes on Sunday, so I didn't start dishes until 12 o'clock at night. And I did some dishes, and then I cut my finger slightly, but I had to let the dishes dry anyway. And then I dried the dishes the rest of the way, what needed to be dried still, and put up the other dishes, and went in and washed the other dishes after letting my finger rest for a while, for an hour or two. I did the other dishes. So, because I was a day behind from where on Sunday I didn't do any dishes, so I was doing them for like over an hour probably, which is sad because it takes me a while to do dishes. Takes me longer than it should probably, and I had to clean up, of course, the counters and the little glass thing that sits on the counter, and under the bread and all that, under the chips. And I had to clean off the stove around where the mashed potatoes were. So I cleaned off the stove, and then the pork chops got sat on the stove after I had cleaned off the stove around the mashed potatoes. So, and I cleaned, after the pork chops got sat over there, I cleaned the glass thingamajig that the pork chops were sat on. So that's been cleaned, and it's a reasonably sunny day right now. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, like I said, so it's hard to tell so far. But you can see the sunlight coming in the mirror there, coming in the window. It kind of makes the couch look dull. So it's reasonably bright. Yeah, I got that. I got my deodorant and my toothbrush, and toothpaste and all sitting there, and my soap, and my brush, and my comb. And I can't think of what all else is in the little basket thing. But, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. Been doing dishes and staying up, eating strawberries, and ordering a lamp on Amazon. I ordered a halogen lamp on Amazon. I like to order halogen stuff because I really like the halogen lights, Um, I like to send their light through glass beads or glass frames um, to make designs on patterns on like the wall and stuff. But so that's kind of, and I like just using the halogen lamp to sometimes do like selfies with me under the halogen lamp as light when if it's dark outside. It's a good light to use. So I ordered a halogen lamp, like I said. It was like $70. So I've spent like $170 this month on stuff. On pixie sticks and rocks. And what all have I bought? Pixie sticks and rocks. The halogen lamp, of course. Yarn. Something else, but I can't remember what it was. So I've spent enough money on stuff by now for the entirety of the month. I need to really watch it because I can't spend more than $4.50 a month. And I've spent $200 basically this month. Which leaves me, it does leave me $250 to go. But I don't want to come close to spending that much. Because I have to, I'm right now I'm putting it on my credit card. Even though I am paying it off every month. My credit card's at like $1,000. So even though I'm paying the $450 off every month, I'm running it back up if I spend, if I spend the $450. So really I need to be spending like $200 and paying off the $1,000 to like $250 less, to where it's $750 next month, and then to where it's $500 next month. So, but it's taking time. It's taking time that I feel like I don't have the time to pay off my bills, my credit card. But like I said, if I didn't need the pixie sticks, I had a craving for sugar and sweets. And I really had to have pixie sticks for some reason. And I don't know why I got the rocks. I do know why I got the yarn. I do know why I got the halogen lamp. It's because they're phasing out halogen lights to go to LED lights, which are supposedly more efficient because the halogen lights let off heat and they waste energy by letting off heat instead of light. But I really like halogen lamps, so I went ahead and bought a halogen lamp. But anyway, so that's what I'm up to. Carefully trying not to spend more than around $250 this month, to where I can pay at least $200 and make it $800 that I owe on my credit card next month, instead of $1,000 or $1,044 or whatever it is. It's something like that. So, but I'm trying to pay it off. I'm doing okay because I only owe my mom $650 in utilities every month. So I'm doing okay. Like I said, I have like $450 or $550 a month to spend on myself. And that's a lot considering I don't need anything here. I can order toilet paper and paper towels and vinegar and soft scrub and sponges and soap and I can order all that stuff for the house because I have extra money, seems like, sitting around, but I need to pay my bills off too, so